Almost 4 years ago, I had heard about this word, Stoicism, and like many others, I was initially unaware of its meaning and philosophical implications. When discussing Stoicism, we must consider the three main schools of Socratic philosophy: Stoicism, Skepticism, and Epicureanism. As these build the foundations to our overall understanding of Stoicism, Stoicism can be represented as a pursuit of virtue, or what I like to call the Stoic ideal. This is done to reach self-fulfillment in life. Hi, I'm Professor Gurung, and I'm here to talk about the Stoic ideal. Socratic philosophy, in its entirety, attempts to embody the ideas of self-fulfillment and happiness in an individual's life, with Stoicism focusing on the internal struggle of a person, regardless of their personal circumstances. In case of Stoicism, the philosophy encourages individuals to control their emotions and understand the superficiality of earthly pleasures and desires. Stoicism encourages the pursuit of wisdom as an active virtue, allowing a person to live in accordance with nature. As humans, we truly cannot control anything in this world, other than our own actions. For example, you can't control the raindrops in the air, nor the movements of the sun and moon. You can't control the world. You can't control anyone except yourself. As a Stoic is not fearful of pain, death, and judgment, as these are seen as a deviation from virtue, a Stoic should only be afraid of becoming anything less than a complete human being. To break it down, Stoicism is based on the principle of living in accordance with the nature of humans, which can be described with two aspects: socializing in groups and a capacity to reason. To accomplish this, Stoicism has two core aspects to follow: understanding that dichotomy of control that we explored before, and the four virtues of a Stoic. These virtues being the wisdom to understand what is good for your well-being, courage to overcome your fears, justice in your treatment and respect of others, and temperance in the idea that things should be done sufficiently. Stoicism is a pursuit of these ideas: the wisdom to not be biased against individuals and not foster negative emotions. The goal is not to attain perfection, but rather to become the best version of yourself, with the pursuit in practicing these four core principles. To express the nature of the Stoic ideal can be found in books such as Marcus Aurelius' Meditations, which have inspired modern-day principles of Stoicism, teaching us how to direct our attention and emotions from emotional or physical trauma. Hence, understanding Stoicism can be an essential point in personal growth of a person. To signify the effect of Stoicism on a person can be found in one of the greatest examples of the Stoic, Marcus Aurelius. Can you imagine that level of temptation? An emperor who is in charge of the lives of tens to millions of people, and the foundation of the largest empire in the world, the sole king of the planet. That's personally mind-boggling how he managed to persist for over 19 years in that position. Marcus's life can be seen quite depressingly though, as a great man of moral heroism who has no major outlet of emotions. As Marcus disdained emotions, as what's the point of sulking in emotions? As seen from this quote from Meditations, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Marcus Aurelius. Referring again to the acknowledgement on the dichotomy of control that a person has on this world. Well, from Marcus's perspective, what he could understand in his world was that people were born, all kinds of things would happen in their life, and then they would die. Understanding Marcus's principle is simple, as there are only two variables in life: things you can control and things you cannot. Despite his accomplishments, he still could not fully embody the true nature of Stoicism. due to the nature of philosophy as a whole. Hence, the Stoic ideal can be characterized as an impossible ideal that we will never reach. In principle, to Stoicism, the presence of Marcus Aurelius represents his tenet. As in Marcus's case, the privilege and responsibilities never corrupted him, staying strong to his virtues and rejecting temptations, proving a person can live in accordance with nature despite the responsibilities and conditions. Thus, we can periodically learn the virtues of Stoicism to achieve a greater level of self-maturity and fulfillment in life. Well, now onto the more practical application of Stoicism, which should be learning to put our biases aside in favor of seeing all individuals as equals. Understanding that the fixation of negative emotions will divert your attention from virtue and the things that matter in life. The Stoic ideal will ensure you live your life with no regrets, focusing your attention on living a life of fulfillment. The idea is not to be perfect, but the best person you can be. These little steps of rational improvement help us reach a greater level of maturity. But take note that Stoicism teaches the importance of self-fulfillment, as there is no point in expending precious time and energy on material possessions. So I only ask for you to embody the Stoic ideal, to pursue that near-perfect dichotomy of control. For alas, a Stoic is not afraid of any of the vicissitudes of the human condition, but they fear only that they should let themselves down and become anything less than a complete human being. Overall, Stoicism is a pursuit of virtue and an understanding in the dichotomy of control. Practicing Stoicism can lead to a greater found focus on life. Thank you for your time.